Hey guys, it is HayleeAnise here, back for another new video, and I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm finally in my new place, bitch. So I officially moved down to Richmond, which like I'm going to VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University. Yeah, I'm going to VCU in Richmond, so I officially moved down here. I'm no longer living in Northern Virginia. I am the fuck down here for good for now until I move when I graduate. So this is gonna be my new setup. I'm still playing around with some like backgrounds, but anyways, in this video I'm gonna be talking about high-end products I have returned. And I feel like this is something people really don't talk about. I had a video in the past called like a return haul, and I really didn't post it, one because it was really old and I forgot to upload it, and because I just don't know how people are gonna take it, because returns are like a weird thing where people are like, you're wasting product, but it's like if I spent money on that shit, I'm not gonna fucking keep it if I don't fucking like it. Okay, now that's out of the way. I also want to mention that my lighting may be a bit weird right now. One of my box lights just actually broke, like it won't turn on right now, so fantastic. I love that. The lighting's a bit weird, don't worry about it, I'll be fixing that later. So now let's jump into the video of the products I'm gonna fucking return. Okay.
I was trying to beat a case, but I ain't beat that case, bitch, I did the race. Beat it up, where I nut shorty face. Eli Flash cracking foes like a...
If you see me looking at my phone or looking down, it's because all my shit is right here that I've returned. I have a little notes section, and I really just wrote down the things I feel like y'all are gonna be most shook about that I returned, so let's get into it. First one, Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. I hated that shit. Oh my god, it was so fucking yellow. I have a yellow undertone, which is like cute or whatever, but when I look like fucking honey mustard, that's when I have to draw the line. And it separated, that's the word. It separates on my skin and just looks awful. Like I had such high hopes for that shit, and it was awful. So return that shit. I actually got 2 shades because I didn't know what shade I was gonna be. Return both of them because that shit fucking sucked. Like I don't know what the hell, I don't even understand. I don't know if people like that. If you like it, go off I guess, but that shit was awful for me. Next, I returned the Viseart Warm Mattes eyeshadow palette. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but why was that so hyped up? Like, I haven't heard of Viseart in months now, but when it was really big, like when Stephanie Nicole did all of her videos like introducing Viseart and all that, I was like, ooh shit bitch, I'm about to go the fuck off, even though it was $80 for an eyeshadow palette. And it didn't blend better than my Morphe 3502 or my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. If it doesn't blend as well as $20 palettes, why am I having an $80 palette when I can just return it and get something I like? So that just was another wash for me. That shit just didn't work out. It wasn't worth the money. It's not worth the hype, I don't think. So that's another thing I returned. And something that actually kind of hurt me that I returned is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Now before I went cruelty free, I got like a backup of it and I was like, ooh yes bitch, my favorite concealer, but it started to not work for me and I was really confused. So when I would put it on my skin and then like use my beauty blender to blend it in, it'd pick up like on my beauty blender, and usually concealers just melt into my skin, but it was picking up a lot on my beauty blender and starting to look patchy almost because it dried so fast. So I don't know if they changed the formula or what, but that really that was like a heart, like I was really hurt from that one because I used my favorite concealer of all time before I went cruelty free. And then it just didn't work anymore, so I had to return that bitch and send it back to the shelf. Actually, no, not back to the shelf, into the trash. And here's a few Fenty things. I returned the Fenty Pro Filter Primer, the Fenty Sponge thingy, and the Fenty Highlighter in Trophy Wife. So with the primer, it's just a smoothing primer. I don't really need a smoothing primer if I'm oily. I don't think smoothing primers really do anything unless you have normal skin. If you have dry skin, I recommend a hydrating primer. If you have oily skin, I recommend like a mattifying primer. But smoothing primers really don't control my oil. They don't like, I already have decently smooth skin, so I really didn't feel a need to have another thing that just goes on my skin for no reason. So I just really didn't see the point of it, so I returned it. And with the beauty sponge, I just really didn't like the shape of it. That's the only thing. It was so soft, so fucking nice. I wish I loved it, but it's just like that one flat tip. I wish it came to a point, because if I'm gonna go under my eyes, I don't want like a plateau thingy under my eyes. I want a pointed thing that can get really in that bitch, and it just wasn't that. And then the Trophy Wife highlighter, I only bought that because I wanted to see how it looked on my skin, and it was really hyped for the moment. And now I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, you were never gonna wear that other than that one time you did a look. Okay? It's just not realistic, sis. So that's why I returned that bitch. And next on my list, the Too Faced Peach Mist Mattifying Setting Spray. I don't know if you guys were following me on Twitter or remember it, but I tried using that setting spray like October, like whenever it first came out. And bitch, that shit, one, gave me a white cast. 2, left like white spots on my face because the nozzle was so shit. I don't know if it was like the one I got, but just in general, after like I sprayed it on my face, 1, I had the little white dots, and then 2, I felt tight. Like it wasn't like a refreshing mist, which I'm kind of used to. Well, I'm also used to mattifying mist, but like it was a whole different type of mattifying that I wasn't rocking with, you know? It was just like after I sprayed it on my face, felt tight. It felt like almost like dry and like shriveled, like I felt like a raisin. I felt like a fucking raisin, and I just didn't like that with the setting spray, so had to return that bitch too. Ooh, okay, here are 2 kind of similar things: the Tarte Clay Pot Liner in Rose Gold and the Stila Magnificent Metal Shadow. The Stila Magnificent Metal, it's not the liquid shadow, it's like the one that's in like the tin thingy. Those 2 things just didn't work for me. The Tarte one, it just, I'm never gonna use it, and it wasn't as shimmery as I like, so I returned it. And then the Stila one, it was almost too it was like the chunkiest shit I have ever tried to put on my eyes. Like it really just didn't work. It came with like a little mixing thing, so like there's like a little tin thing, and you kind of put the shadow on the tin, and then there's like a little drop. It's almost like Duraline from Inglot. You would put that, mix it, and then put it on your eyeshot, like on your eyes. Bitch, that is too much fucking work, first of all. And then 2, even mixing it with the stuff, it just made it into like a paste. It just didn't work out. It didn't work out how I thought it would be, and if I tried to do just like the eyeshadow and then put it on my eyes, it'd be too chunky and it'd flake off and fall off, and it just wasn't motherfucking worth it, okay? Okay. And another thing from Stila is the Stila Shimmer and Glows. Yeah, not the Glitter and Glows, because those fucking pop, bitch. It's the Shimmer and Glows. The Shimmer and Glows, and next to Note, Jezebel, and Carefree. They were doing so good. Like, why didn't they just keep with the Glitter and Glow formula and not the Shimmer and Glows? With the Shimmer and Glow formula, it just, you can just use a fucking eyeshadow, bitch. Like, you don't need to spend $24 on a shimmery liquid on your eye that really doesn't pop like the glitter ones do. So I returned all 3 of those motherfuckers because it just wasn't popping like how the glitter ones do, so they had to go. Oop, another thing from NARS is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I tried this a minute ago. Like I tried that like maybe 2 years ago, the Sheer Glow Foundation. What? Like I remember all the OG YouTubers would love that shit back in the day, and I was like, ooh bitch, NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, I'm about to get my shade Macau. I think I'm Macau. I think so. Anyways, I tried that. Made me look oily. I don't know, it's supposed to be a sheer glow, but it really was a hella glow, so my oily skin couldn't take that, so she had to go. She just had to go, and I'm really sad I didn't like it because I really wanted to like everyone else, but it just didn't pop like I thought it would be, which is disappointing, but whatever. And 2 concealers I have returned. Oh, 3 concealers I have returned. Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer, Kevyn Aucoin Ethereal, oh, that's a foundation. Kevyn Aucoin Etherealist Foundation, and the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. So the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer, bitch, that shit is thick and matte. It is exactly like the All Nighter Foundation, but literally like concealer form. Well, duh, it's called the All Nighter Concealer. But God, it's so matte, it makes me look crepey under the eyes. And why can't Urban Decay get like black people undertones right? Like, even the concealers were all fucking pink or orange. Like, bitch, that's a color corrector and a goddamn, I don't even know what the fuck you, why are you putting pink under your eyes? We like golden under eyes. Honey, do you see me highlighted with yellow under the eyes? Urban Decay, get it together, because that shit was awful. And then the formula was just whack too, so I was like, oh yeah, no, this isn't gonna work, sweetie. So that shit was returned. And then I also returned, which one was it? The Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. It was just so sheer. It was just so sheer and like natural that I just felt like I was like, if I'm gonna wear makeup, I wanna like beat my face like today. I'm actually going to a wedding today. If I'm gonna wear makeup, I wanna like beat my face. Like, I guess it's good for like natural days or whatever, but I'm not really a natural bitch when I wear makeup, so it just really didn't work out for me. And I didn't like the shades. Like, there's always that big ass jump from like light skin to brown skin, and there's just a fat jump where like my shade is right in between those two, and brands never seem to get it right. So I always had to buy 2 shades, and I returned both of them, so lost cause anyway. And then a foundation, Kevyn Aucoin Etherealist Foundation. It took me a while to decide to return this because I was just like, okay, it's expensive, so I feel like it's gonna be nice, but it's so natural that I'm like, I could get the fucking like Maybelline Fit Me and that'd be like the same thing. I just feel like there was cheaper foundations that I can relate to, like the Kevyn Aucoin one. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be spending, I think it was $59 for that, because bitch, I was trying to ball or whatever. Like Kevin Aquan, a cruelty-free high-end brand, I was like, let me get all their shit. And then the two things that I got, I didn't really like. So yeah, that foundation was just a wash for me. The shades were beautiful though. Like that shade matched me like one of the best shade matches ever. But the foundation just wasn't like full coverage enough for my liking. So I just had to return it. Whatever though. And, oof. God, 2 setting powders I returned, Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder and Laura Mercier Medium Translucent Setting Powder. The Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder, bitch, don't ever get that shit. That shit is the golden one at least. The golden one, actually I did have the translucent one. The translucent one just, I have cheaper ones that I like better. And kind of same goes for the more gold, for the gold one, or it's like the banana powder pretty much. That's her version of that. And that shit was just, it clung onto my concealer. So like if I use a beauty blender with like I do my setting powder, so I'll do concealer, setting powder, try and press it on, it just stick in that one place when I try to like blend it out, and it just looked like I had like, it was almost like panda eyes with loose setting powder because it just wouldn't blend how I liked, and it just wasn't a deep enough gold, like golden I mean, like they just need to learn from Sasha, the Sasha Buttercup setting powder. Like all brands need to follow in her footsteps and make like their version of that color, because that's like the perfect color for me. It's like a perfect black girl color. That's what I consider a perfect black girl color for under the eyes, and Kat Von D just really missed the mark with that one, and it was just a bad formula, so no from me, sis. And with the Laura Mercier one, I also want to mention how Sasha has like other shades. Like I recently just went on Amazon during their like Prime Day, that shit was lit. Recently bought the Sasha Buttercup, not Buttercup, it's like their matte face powders, but they have like different shades. It's like I got Perfect Tan and Perfect Caramel. Bitch, instead of getting the Laura Mercier, get those. You get much more product and it is so nice. That's what I recommend over the Laura Mercier one. And lastly, the last thing on my list for now is the Foreo, or is it Foreo or Foreo? I don't know. The Luna Mini. I actually got that because I think it was on sale during one of the like weekly wows on Sephora, and I was like, ooh bitch, like I'm trying to find a cruelty-free version of the Clarisonic, but I was also looking at the Foreo because I know everyone loves it. That shit was whack as fuck, bitch. Like, oh my god, that shit did nothing for my skin. My skin is pretty resistant. Like, I have the exact opposite of sensitive skin. I have skin that needs the highest concentration, the highest dosage of anything for it to like react to my skin, and the Foreo was just, it just felt like rubber, like moving on my face, and it was just the weirdest feeling, and I really didn't feel like it did anything for me. Like, it just really, it wasn't shit. So she had to go, and I'm still looking for like a good replacement for my Clarisonic because again, it's not cruelty free. So if you guys know any of them, please leave them down below because that'd be really, really helpful for me. After that, that concludes this high-end makeup products I have returned video. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video a lot. I hope no one is like butthurt that I return so much shit, because it's my money, and if I want it back for something I don't like, then I can do that. Because people have return policies for a fucking reason. Okay? Okay. After that, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Do whatever the fuck. Dislike. I really don't care. Leave a nasty comment. I love those. Ugh, those are my favorite to read after a long night. Yep. Do whatever the fuck you want. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.